Hi everyone, this is Shravani. Welcome to my channel NCRT Made Easy. In the previous video, we discussed NCF 2005 and today in this video, we'll be discussing NCF 2005 previous year questions. Question number 1. NCF 2005 is the Dash NCF published in 2005 by Dash in India. A. 4th NCERT, B. 3rd SCERT, C. 5th SCERT, D. 2nd NCERT. In the previous video, we discussed that there are 4 NCF and this NCF 2005 is the 4th NCF and it was published by NCERT. Second question. NCF 2005 emphasizes on A. Subject-centered pedagogy, B. Teacher-centered pedagogy, C. Child-centered pedagogy, D. None of this. We know that NCF 2005 is based on the principle constructivism, which means that child construct his own knowledge. So NCF 2005 is the child-centered pedagogy. Means child is the center of the pedagogy and the textbooks and the teachers, everyone will be work in helping the children to construct their knowledge. Third question. Expand NCF 2005. Option A. National Curriculum Framework 2005. National Common Framework 2005. Option C. National Class Framework 2005. Option D. None of the above. NCF full form is National Curriculum Framework. This NCF 2005 framed the curriculum in such a way that it is child-centered. Option A is the right answer. Next question. Which one of the following was the model agency for framing National Curriculum Framework 2005? Option A. University Grants Commission. Option B. Central Board of Secondary. Option C. National Council for Teaching Education. Option D. National Council of Educational Research and Training. NCF 2005 framework. This curriculum framework was framed by NCERT. Option number D. Next question. The chairperson of the National Steering Committee was A. Professor Yashpal, B. Professor Krishna Kumar, Option C. Professor Arvind Kumar, Option D. None of the above. The chairperson of the National Steering Committee was Professor Yashpal. Option A is the right answer. Next question. Which one of the following is not a guiding principle of National Curriculum Framework 2005? A. Connecting knowledge of life outside the school. Option B. Ensuring that learning shifts away from rote methods. Option C. Ensuring that curriculum perfectly corresponds to the textbooks. Option D. Making examinations more flexible and integrating them with the classroom life. In the question, they asked which one is not a guiding principle. First, we should know what are the guiding principles of National Curriculum Framework. The main aim of the NCF 2005 is you should connect the knowledge to life outside the school. Whatever we are teaching in the school, the child should be able to apply it in the real life. And NCF 2005 also emphasizes to shift the learning away from rote method. Okay, so this is also the guiding principle of NCF 2005, ensuring that curriculum perfectly corresponds to the textbook. We know that the curriculum will be based on the textbook, but it is not perfectly corresponding to the textbook. The curriculum should go beyond the textbook. So, option C is the wrong answer and option D, making examination more flexible and integrating them with the classroom. Examinations should be very flexible, that it should be as a part of the classroom and students should not think or prepare separately for the exam. It should be involved in the classroom life. Option C is not the guiding principle of the National Curriculum Framework 2005 and remaining 3 are the guiding principles of NCF 2005. Next, As per the vision statement of NCF 2005, school mathematics does not take place in a situation where children A. see mathematics as a part of their daily life, B. memorize formulae and algorithms, option C. learn to enjoy mathematics, option D. solve meaningful problems. In the question, always you should search for the not. Here, according to NCF 2005, school mathematics does not take place in a situation. In which situation mathematics learning does not take place? See mathematics as a part of the daily life. According to NCF 2005, whatever we are learning, that should be implemented in the daily life. This is right. But our question is not. Memorize formulae and algorithms. Memorizing is a negative statement. Here the child is not going to experience anything. He is just doing rote memory, and NCF 2005 is against rote memory. It want to shift learning against learning from rote method. Option C, learns to enjoy mathematics. NCF 2005 stressed that mathematics should be enjoyed by the child. Option D, solve meaningful problems. The child should be able to solve the meaningful problems. If the child is going out and buying something, the child should be able to know the simple calculations and apply them in the real life. Whatever he is learning in the school, that should be applied in the real life, and he should be able to do the meaningful problems. These all are the option A, C, D are the guiding principles or the statements given by the NCF 2005 regarding the mathematics, and option B is the situation where the child is not enjoying. He is just doing rote memory. So this is the wrong statement. Next. NCF 2005 says that child do not fail. They indicate the failure of the school. A. Agree. B. Strongly agree. C. Disagree. D. Strongly disagree. According to the key, the option is A. Agree. Means if the child fails, it means that it is not the problem in the child, it is the problem in the system. It is a problem in the teacher and the teaching method or the pedagogy. When the student fails, the teacher should reflect over the teaching method or the pedagogy. Next, according to the National Curriculum Framework 2005, learning is dash and dash in its character. Option A, active social. Option B, passive simple. Option C, passive social. Option D, active simple. According to the National Curriculum Framework 2005, learning should be, according to the NCF 2005, NCF 2005 is based on constructivism and it is learning by doing. So obviously the learning will be active. So in both A and D, active is there. And dash in its character, it should be social or it should be simple. According to NCF 2005, the child should do the things by himself and also should learn in the peer group, discussions, observation. So the option A is the right answer, and passive means slow. Okay, learning should be active according to NCF 2005. Passive and simple, these are the wrong negative statements. Option A is the right answer. Learning should be active and social. Social means nothing but they should communicate with each other. They should do collaborative learning or cooperative learning or peer work, like that. Next question, according to NCF 2005, the role of a teacher has to be. How the teacher role should be according to NCF 2005? Option A, permissive. Option B, facilitative. Option C, authoritative. Option D, dictatorial. According to NCF 2005, the role of the teacher is facilitative. The role of the student is active here, and the teacher is passive. The teacher should help the student to construct his own knowledge and help wherever the child is in dilemma or in confusion. The role of the teacher should be facilitator. Next question, teaching should aim at. Option A, enhancing children's natural desire and strategies to learn. Option B, reading the lessons in the textbook. Option C, giving classwork, homework, project work and conducting tests. Option D, both B and C. Teaching should aim at. When we are teaching, our aim should be not in giving classwork or homework or project work or conducting tests or reading the lessons in the textbook. Our aim should be in enhancing the children's natural desire. We should make the children to learn by themselves. That is, we should develop the interest in the child to learn and strategies to learn. And we also should emphasize, or we should stress on the learning by doing, and we should develop the strategies to learn and strategies to develop interest in the child. Option A is the right answer. Next, which one of the following best describes the role of textbooks in the classroom? Option A, they maintain homogeneity in learning across a state of the nation. Option B, they provide guidance to the teachers and parents about the course of study. Option C, they form the most essential learning resource in a resource-starved context. Option D, there are one of the resource and reference materials available in the class. What should be the role of the textbook? What should be the role of the textbook in the classroom? See, in order to maintain the homogeneity across the nation, so only one textbook should be followed throughout the nation. That should not be the role of the textbook, and they provide guidance to teachers and parents about the course of study. The role of the textbook is not to just guide the teachers and the parents about the course of study, and they form the most essential learning resource. It is not a most essential. It is one of the resource. Textbook is one of the resource. There are many resources. In that, textbook is one of the resource, and it should be like a reference material available in the class. Means it will be showing the sequence of the activities that should be done by the teacher, and it should be like a one of the resource, and it is not completely an important or the essential resource. Option D is the right answer. Here, the most essential thing is the negative statement, and option D is the right answer. Which NCF focused on joyful learning? A, NCF 1975. Option B, NCF 2000. Option C, NCF 1988. Option D, NCF 2005. Joyful learning. Which NCF focused on joyful learning? We know that there are 4 NCFs, and NCF 2005 is the 4th NCF, and remaining A, B, C options are teacher-centric. And option D is the right answer. These are wrong. NCF 2005 is a child-centered, and it is based on the principle constructivism, and it focused on joyful learning. Here the child learning should be active and child should enjoy learning. So NCF 2005 is focusing on the joyful learning. Next question. NCF 2005 lays emphasis on A, learning by doing, B, rote method, C, solving the problem, D, all of these. NCF 2005, we already discussed that it emphasizes on constructivism. Constructivism means nothing but learning by doing, and it does not encourage rote method, or it is not just the solving the problem, and it is learning by doing. NCF 2005 is largely based on option A, behaviorism. Option B, cognitivism. Option C, humanism. Option D, constructivism. NCF 2005 is largely based on constructivism, where child constructs his own knowledge and where child learns by himself and enjoys learning. I hope you all enjoyed the session. If you like the session, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.